day 3, working on the 1978 Bronco. We got our new coil. I got a new module if we need it. So we're gonna see if we can get this thing to fire up. So right off the bat, we have 7.9 on the ohm meter, which this one was reading, I think, about 6.5. So I don't think they're too far off. It's probably not what's gonna fix it, but we'll throw it in there anyway. It was only $20. New coil is on. Broke the spark plug wire, so gonna have to fix that, and then we'll try starting her up. All right, new coil's on, have it wired up, got a new spark plug wire, put it on the ground, still no spark. So I'm gonna try grounding out that brain box, see if that helps. And then I see these wires here on this plug. I don't think it matters, red to white, white to red. It only plugs in one way, so I don't know how it would be screwed up, but just gonna do a little bit of research, see what I need to do. But grounding this next and then hooking this up. Well, after all this screwing around, I double checked that I was getting no resistance through all the wires, peeled all the electrical tape back, wired this box in so it was constant 12 volts to both leads, both the start circuit and the run circuit. I came down here to plug everything in, and look at this. The ground is broken. Wow. So, gonna have to get a new part. It's another day. Got a brand new pickup coil. I'm gonna clean up the base of the distributor a little bit, throw this part on, get everything plumbed together, and see if we can get this thing to fire up. I really think we got it solved here. Honestly, I'm kind of glad the wire was broken, because the previous pickup coil would not spin at all with the vacuum advance. You know, the vacuum advance is holding it back now, but I swear I had to heat this up, and I put WD-40 in there, and I had to just work it back and forth, and it actually broke free from this crimped part. This crimped part was actually seized to this shaft. So I don't think it would have ran good at all. I don't even know if it would have fired up like that, just because with no movement on the distributor, you know, it'd probably get spark, but I think we'd have a hell of a time getting it to fire up. So, silver lining. This is the 3rd day of trying to get this darn coil sensor in. The last one I pushed down, it fits over this groove here. And when I was pushing down on it, the wires all ripped out of here. So here's another one. I cut all the little molding pieces off. I'm gonna grease this up, get it on, and see if this thing will fire up. All right, the distributor's back together. I double checked my wire that I had replaced for the coil, and it wasn't quite working right. So I took the band off and folded it out. It'll be temporary, but now it fits in there and it sits in there. So we'll get this together and we'll see if we can get spark on a ground here. All right, everything's hooked back up. Distributor cap's back on. Coil's all hooked up. Made sure the wire's making contact. Wired the brain box back together. We have a 200 start charger on it. We have everything plumbed together. We got power running to the start lead here. So if everything's good to go, this here should be making some spark. So here goes nothing. All right, well, that's pretty exciting. Let's get this wire put on the distributor, spray some start fluid in there, and see if it'll pop up. All right, first start attempt. Oh, maybe shouldn't put that there. Whoa! All right, here we go. First, I'm gonna pour some gas down the carburetor here. See if we can get it to pop off. It's a lot of motor for just a little bit of starting fluid, so we'll see if that makes any difference. Maybe we'll give her a little squirt too. All right, here we go. You wanted it. that's pretty exciting. Let's see what we got to do to manipulate this to get everything to fire up just right. Maybe a little bit of choke wouldn't be bad. All right, well, I can't get the linkage to move or anything. I took the throttle off here and I can barely get it to move, but it's not doing anything internally. The pumper is locked up tight right here. I could probably tap it with a hammer. I don't know if I'd be able to get it back out, but if I can get this thing to pop, I'll just rip the carburetor off and go through it, see if I can get it to actually run. All right, well, I got the engine bay cleaned up pretty good. Got everything unhooked. Got all the vacuum lines off. I might just end up deleting the vacuum system on a lot of these unnecessary things to get it running, but I might leave it. That's how my F-150 is. So got them cracked loose. I like to shake it a little bit, get that gasket broke free, and that way, just in case, I might be able to reuse the gasket. Okay, so we got broken lines. This one looks like it's been broken for a while. This one, it looks like I just finished it off. So we're gonna see if we can block off this plate here, or to see if we need to get a new plate with new lines plumbed up to the carburetor. But area's cleaned up pretty good, dried out pretty good. It's a little rusty in there. Not terrible in that one, but the side that has these holes here, it's not great. It's definitely not great. So I'm gonna put a rag in here, get this covered up, but I think this is as far as I'm gonna get on this for today. This will probably be the end of this video. Next video, I'll do the carb rebuild and maybe get it thrown on. But that's the goal. I'm making progress. My goal is to have this running and driving, you know, just around the farm by the springtime. Now today it's 17 degrees, so bare hands, it's pretty freaking cold out here. Hopefully it makes a lot more progress, but I think that's all we're going to be able to do on this one here.